Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Please meet our 2012 scholarship recipient who attends Johns Hopkins University, whose motto is, "The truth will set you free." Johns Hopkins pioneered the concept of the modern research university in the United States. And also, there are 37 Nobel Prize winners that have been associated with this prestigious institution. And we believe that we have another one in the making.
Reason for choosing Johns Hopkins?
Johns Hopkins is it was the first research institution in America. So I guess I was really interested in doing research from a medical standpoint, and then on top of that, Johns Hopkins is one of the most well-known names for medicine, and Johns Hopkins, I think, is number 2. This is the number 2 medical school in the country. So I guess that's my goal, either to go there or go to number 1, which is Harvard. So I mean, that's sort of why I chose it at first. And then when I came, as soon as I walked on campus, people were saying hello. It was really friendly. So I mean, I sort of fell in love with it, and it reminded me a lot of my high school and grade school. So Johns Hopkins is like, I think it's the number like 2 or 3 most expensive schools in the country. It's like $60,000 or something like that. And I know my parents don't have the money to pay for all that. So just being able to help out my parents with the financial thing, and since my dad has been going through his illness, it's sort of really helped our family. Okay. And not only I'm going to a really expensive school, but my brother's going to an expensive school. Petty is not like, oh, walk in and that's it, but I'm really glad that I got this scholarship. It's a really humbling experience.
Mentor, while Sean was down at Hopkins, I will put him in contact with brother Dr. Lamont Smith, who's a surgeon at Hopkins, and he also travels to Pittsburgh and does work up there as well. And if Sean need help with any of his subjects or just questions in general, he'll have somebody that he can reach out to and talk to, along with his mentor, and give him some insight of what life is at Hopkins and some of the things he may encounter.
I'm not totally sure what I want to do, but I definitely know that I want to go into medicine.
Okay.
I have a long story behind it, and I'll give you the short version.
Okay.
My dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Okay.
He got his prostate removed, and he was cancer-free. Then, I think a year later, he was taking me and my brother. He was taking me and my brother back to school. And I looked into his eyes, and his eyes were like a yellowish color, and I was like, "Dad," I was like, "You feeling all right?" He was like, "Yeah, I mean, I don't know." And then I told my mom to go and take him to the ER, because that's like a sign of if something's wrong with your gallbladder, your liver. So they took him to the hospital. He started going through some tests, whatever. I got the call to come home that weekend. I came home, and they basically told me that he had pancreatic cancer now. And this is what has, it's something that sort of doesn't go away as easily as his prostate cancer.
Right.
And I guess that sort of inspired, because it hit home pretty hard. And I don't think a lot of people understand what it's like for a child to watch one of their parents, I don't want to say suffer, but like not feel good all the time. Because my dad was one of those guys who always tried to help people, and it sort of sucks like when he has to get help himself,
Right.
like to a certain extent that he can't, help himself or whatever. But actually, yeah, that definitely inspired me to do what I'm doing now. But I think after what I've gone through so far here, I think I would pursue like surgery, some type of surgery.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Yeah, whatever the endeavors that you go after, we, Brothers Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, wish you the best and much success.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
And a whole lot of luck to you. All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Sean is a student that is very independent and really knows what he wants to do. It was interesting, one time I was walking past his room when he was about in middle school or might have been elementary, and I could just see him there studying, and it was like a weekend, and I thought to myself, this kid is studying, which we've spent a lot of time and investment in Sean's education. So it's good to see that he was doing that. And it's at that moment that I said, he's really going to go places.
Yeah, and I consider Sean as being an overachiever. That one of the weaknesses that people have can be other strengths, where Sean, I think, he likes to challenge things at the highest level, which potentially can be, sort of a detriment, but some people can do it like that, and that's what our top kids, our top 1% kids, they are overachievers. They're the ones that are putting out. So I classify him as that. But I think the spirituality, being balanced, having a nice spiritual life, church, God, is one of the first things. Secondly, I would say just us as parents being examples, and brothers like yourselves being examples in the community to show and just reconfirm and verify, what happens. And I know you guys have your virtues, and if it's brotherhood, he understands how to connect to the community, and he knows what scholarship is all about. So when you connect those things, those are the visions of what all the fraternities. I belong to a fraternity, my wife belongs to a sorority, and so all of this collaboratively, with Sean being, that overachiever, or that person that really wants to make a difference in society. And we've always told him that one of the most important things is, as you give, as people give to you, you give back to the community. So that's what's important, and that's what he's been taught. And you can look through, over at our TV stand if you want to. You can see the sports thing. He's been in karate, basketball, baseball, soccer. He's been in science fairs, and I think that's one of the things that contribute him to growing, is to be able to have the level of exposure. So exposure has been a great thing for him, and he's been exposed to the Divine Nine through rather if it's help working my wife with the AKAs and doing some things, rather if it's working with my fraternity, the Omegas. And, the kids have had the opportunity to do some extraordinary things, and he's had that experience.
He's been really exposed to a lot, and I think those experiences have really sharpened his focus in terms of what he wants to pursue, although he doesn't know specifically the area in science that he wants to go into.
He wants to be a surgeon.
But one of the things he talks about is surgery, and so we're hoping to get him an opportunity this summer to do something in that area. And so, like we said, Sean is just one of those kids that a parent could only dream of. He's just been a great kid. We've never had any issues with him. He's just been a model kid. And
absolutely. And the brothers, and then even the brothers of Sigma, have made a significant contribution in his life as well. We have people that are close to us like family. You have your Reggie Browns out there. You have your Gary Sharps that talk to him in the midst of issues like basketball. Gary was our lead person here in Burlington Township with the basketball program, and he was able to help Sean develop. So I think, looking at overall, everybody in the sense of community and brotherhood has really made significant contributions. And I think because of an organization like us in the Divine Nine, and especially what you guys have done to a lot of kids in this community, we visual as parents that have a deep sense of understanding of community has really qualified that, collaboratively of what you guys do and what is happening is it's a collaborative initiative in brotherhood and community that's molding and shaping him. So as parents, we have to say we really appreciate that. We also appreciate the academic scholarship based on what Sean is experiencing now with me going through this whole cancer situation. And he's very sensitive because his dad, he sees the physical changes I'm going through, the psychological changes that I'm going through. But, God's going to see us all the way through. But thanks for the Sigmas and giving this scholarship to my son. That means a lot to us because I'm not working anymore. I'm retired and all that stuff because of the illness. But I have to say thank you, on behalf of what you guys do for my son, but not even for only my son, but all of the these great kids that's coming up in this community. You guys are working with them as well. And so I say thank you, thank you, thank you.